Wonder how Nathaniel's been getting on, just stewing here. Kind of his first break in the action he's had. Except for that holiday we took to Amaranthine with him.
Hey, Commander. We need to talk.
Sure.
Dreams. You get them? This is a Grey Warden thing, huh? Why didn't anyone tell me?
Yeah, sorry, there's a lot of stuff that we don't say. Oh, come on, you're Ogren, you're fearless. You eat nightmares for breakfast.
Yeah, this particular dream put me right off my breakfast. In my dream, I saw one of those bloated, vomit-smeared broodmothers, and it had Hespeth's face.
Ugh.
You remember Hespeth, don't you?
I do.
Bronca was there and whispered, "It's time." And Hespeth screamed and 1,000 darkspawn burst from her.
Okay, what then?
Then the darkspawn surrounded me and started talking, asking me if I would like lemon in my tea. And could I please teach them to read and write? And one of them kept repeating, "Where's the baby?" And that's when I woke up.
That's when things started getting weird. I dream of the Darkspawn, but not like that.
I do get other dreams about darkspawn, mostly shadows and murmuring, but nowhere scary. Thanks for listening, Commander.
Finally some approval with Ogren. Is this good? I will admit something. When Ogren appeared in this game, I was happy to see Ogren, but unimpressed at the writing. Of all the folk I expected from the previous game to turn up and become a Grey Warden, Ogren was not one. And somebody made a comment. It was possibly Red Bull Gives You Wings, or Ret Bull Gives You Wings. Possibly that guy. He said that the developers recognized that most people go to Orzammar last, and so they threw Ogren in here to give us a bit more time with him. Obviously, a very kind of well voice acted and well realized character and a very funny guy. That's fine. It is not, however, a fictionally sound reason for making a character appear in a situation, which is something I would have preferred. And just throwing in a fan favorite is something you do for fans, and it's hard to remain loyal to the lore and the fiction and what Ogren's actual motivations after the Blight would have been. So this surprised me. However, Ogren's kind of got this angle going at him now where he's like, he's kind of like the baby who joined the Grey Wardens for like a drinking bet, according to his argument with Anders, which was all very funny and stuff like that. But now he's getting dreams. He's sensing Darkspawn, and it's kind of freaking him out. It's like something internal that he can't quite identify, and that makes me motivated to help him. It makes me motivated to kind of like support him through this transition, especially since he was like with us back in the day. So I'm liking that angle they're taking on the character, and this is making... It's maybe not making his initial... Well, actually, no, it's making his initial fit-in feel better. Because if he did make a mistake, if he signed up for the Grey Wardens because he thought it'd be glamorous, or he thought he could, like, dip in and dip out, but no, he's here for life, and maybe he didn't realize that. And so maybe there'll be a thing where Ogren... I don't want to use the word grows up. It's kind of hard to say. Maybe learns to like face these consequences in a way that his drunken self isn't really used to doing. Because certainly he will face consequences eventually. He'll eventually die because he's here, because he volunteered to come here. And he has a kid. And he had like a wife. He actually, he bore a daughter or something like that, or I don't know, a son or daughter, doesn't really matter. And now he left that. Possibly he ran away from that responsibility, and now he's found himself saddled with even more responsibility than he was ever expecting. That's very interesting to me. So with that in mind, let's see him drunk again.
Need something pummeled? Just say the word.
All right.
Need something pummeled? Need something pummeled? Just say the word.
Perhaps he's not in the mood to drink, huh? What else is here? Anders, Ambassador. Hey, where's Villana? Oh, she's all the way over there. Okay, Seneschal wants to speak to me. Nathaniel. Anders has a big marker over him. Hey, Nathaniel.
We should keep our mind on the task at hand.
You just been sitting here thinking about the task at hand. You gotta learn to relax, man.
May I be of service?
No, I forgot you were gonna... I forgot who you were for a second.
Farewell, Commander.
Hey, Anders.
May I point out that you're all right?
Oh. Thanks. Go ahead.
You're all right. Really, when the Templars came for me, you could have decided I wasn't worth the trouble. But I apparently am worth the trouble. Considering I'm usually a lot of trouble, I should be grateful.
Well. Like, you're not so much trouble.
When you recruited me, I thought I was jumping from the frying pan into the fire.
Well.
But being a warden is almost tolerable. It's a pleasant stroll through the park. With Darkspawn.
I know it wasn't your choice, and I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that you fled from having choices made for you your entire life and I made the final one for you. Better than you being murdered by that Templar woman. Yeah. I'm glad you're enjoying it, though, for the record. I know you didn't choose this, but I'm glad I'm making it tolerable for you.
You're a giver. I'm very grateful. I thought it was worth mentioning. Thank you, Commander, for everything.
You're welcome. Whew. Let's go see Valana. I don't think she'll have anything to say, though.
I would like some time to myself.
Whoa. Oh, I wonder what we do with this thing. Isn't this meant to be a plot item? What's it just doing lying here? It's a freaking dragon egg. Might just be an exhibit. Maybe I've still got the other one in my inventory. Is this door bulging outwards or is it just me? It is! What's behind here? Okay, let's try and give people some gifts. I may stop recording to consult my little hint guide. So let's... well, some of these are surely pretty obvious. I'm going to quick save because I don't want to waste this stuff. Full disclosure, this is the one time where I'm kind of metaing it. But whatever, I don't think you guys will mind. Valana.
Thank you. This is a lovely gift.
Good, I'm glad. Silver chalice, all this stuff. Discarded journal. An elf who lived in Amaranth writes about the hardships of daily life and unrealized hopes of his people. Well, it sounds like yours as well.
I am touched. Thank you.
Elven Trinket didn't get as much approval as I thought it would. Whatever, it still seemed to do okay. Various orders with warriors. Particular emphasis on the Grey Wardens, Ash Warriors, Losers of the Dead, and Silent Sisters. That sounds like a gift for Ogren. Here's hoping.
It'll do, sure.
Damn it. Okay, hang on. So when you see that little cut happen, guys...
Thank you. This is a lovely gift.
That means I made a mistake and I'm not willing to waste the gift on it. Yep, discard journal, last one.
I am touched. Thank you.
So the Warrior's Heart is for Ogren, which I should have probably seen, but I'm like, I think I'm like looking too hard for gifts for Ogren. Elven Prayer for the Dead. Now, part of the hint guide mentioned that this may not be for Valana, which is interesting. Bequilurium. Christos Mementos, Memories. Fine leather binding. Let's see. Well, do we have anything for you?
Where did you find this? This belonged to Serani. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay. What? What was that? The discarded journal? No. The elven trinket, perhaps. Whatever, that was kind of weird. Here, let me see. Hang on, guys. Oh, hey, finally, gift for Ogren. Fine spirits. Nice. Hey, that's definitely for you.
That looks fine indeed.
There you go. Yeah, your gifts are kind of like, don't give as much. Ah, one for the Howe family crest, so that's definitely for Nathaniel.
This is nice.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Spyglass. Scope for examining distant scenes. You like practical stuff, right?
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, okay. Wow, this must be for somebody in particular. Didn't even accept it. That's kind of rare. In that case... I mean, you do like practical stuff. The spyglass is one. Poetry inspired by the Fade. I don't know if that fixes anybody, but this is practical, right?
This is nice.
Yeah, it is. Cool. Shiny Malachite. Likes the color green. Cool.
Thank you. This is a lovely gift.
I love gift giving. Oh, that's definitely for Anders. I suppose it's quite good that when you get the right gift, you kind of know it. Like, maybe not with, like, the color green. That's kind of a weird one, but yeah.
You shouldn't have.
Wow, are you just... Oh, dear. Oh, my, that's love. That's less than ideal. Okay. Whatever. A little plant and lovely... Okay, let's... I've done quite well so far. Sparring people. God damn it, love. Well, I suppose I have to deal with that eventually. God fucking damn it, I never said anything about that. Oh, whatever. Poor Anders. But, we'll break his heart another time. Toy Chariot. I don't even know. Lyrium, Voice of the Maker, no idea about that. Let's see. No, not crazy about that. So plant.
What? This book is empty. Why have you given me this useless object?
Okay, this is certainly something. Look, there's an embossed tree on the cover. You like trees?
I see. Why stop there? Why not bring me little paintings of trees to glue all over my belongings? Because I like trees so much.
Look, great. I'll start looking for those too.
You do that. I'm sure I'll find some use for this. The leather binding is quite adequate. Thank you.
You're welcome, I think. That was weird. I would have never made that leap myself. Go figure. But then again, maybe they wouldn't have let me give it to anybody else as well. That's cool. Verses of Dreams, Christmas Memories, Potted Plant, Lyrium, Voice of the Maker, Toy Chariot, Warrior's Heart. Yeah, none of these really are striking me as overly suitable, but let's have a check on everybody's approval rating now. 42 warm, alrighty. That's fine. Ogren, still the black sheep. Strange. Anders is in love with me, that's less than ideal. Nathaniel's warm. Okay.
I owe you an apology.
Do you? Any specific reason?
When I returned from the Free Marches, I was certain my family was destroyed for being on the wrong side of the war. But my father did it to himself. No conspiracies, just one stupid, selfish man. I should have known better.
Well, yeah, one man, right? That's all it takes. How could you have known?
I should have dug deeper before I acted. I was an idiot, and like a child I blamed you and the Wardens. And here you've even proven to be a friend of sorts. Or am I reading that wrong too?
No. I like to be friends.
Good. You know, when you conscripted me, I would not have thought I'd end up liking it. Anyway, let's be on our way. I don't want to take up more of your time.
Feels like early days for a lot of these conversations. Like it's happening very quickly. Still though. Like it's just... I don't think me having abused, like, you know, gotten guides for the gift system, I don't think it's made that much of a difference, particularly with Nathaniel, who is, I believe, automatically sympathized with. And I'm wondering if anybody out there who's watching this video is thinking, do I feel funny about being friends with Arl Howe's son? No, it's completely natural. I don't feel anything about it in particular, aside from the fact that I quite like Nathaniel. He's good-hearted and he's cool, and his... yeah, kind of serious at times, but hey ho, he seems like a good guy, and that's all it was. For me, his relationship with Howe just kind of fucked him up a little bit, and I never really thought anything more about it. As far as I'm done with Arl Howe as far as I'm concerned. Arl Howe. Is he still an Arl? I guess technically, Rendenhau. But you, Anders, how are things?
Point the way, fearless leader.
Thank you. Let's speak to Valana again. If anything new comes up.
I envy you sometimes.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Why?
Even the youngest human child knows of at least a dozen heroes of legend. These tales are taken for granted. They are so abundant. Oh, it makes me angry sometimes. We Dalish have lost most of our history and our legends. What we do remember, we hold dear.
Stories can belong to everybody, you know.
But does a human child value the tale of the Paragon Aidukan as much as he does Dane and the werewolf? Stories connect us to our past. They shape a people in profound ways. Without them, we are lost. I think I finally know what I will do with your gift. I will fill it with stories.
Yeah? That is a fine idea.
These will be new stories for my people. Stories drawn from what I know and what I've seen. Perhaps one day, they will be what connects my children and their children to their past. To me. I see now that this is a gift to be treasured. And I thank you.
You're welcome. I gain no approval from that. That's fine.
Need something pummeled? Just say the word.
I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to head out. I'm going to head back in again. And that'll be that. That'll be the end of the session. I remember when I was, yeah, I don't think so. I remember when I was doing Origins, I would quite often save conversations, you know, I would hold back on, like, always speaking with my companions as much as I can, because I wanted, like, I knew I was in for the long haul, and I wanted to be able to have these winding down camp scenes, as it were, which I've always quite liked as ways to kind of wind up a session. And it's bothering me a little bit that I'm not doing that this time. Like, I'm kind of like milking companions as much as I can. Having such high approval with these guys is maybe just indicative of the shorter nature of this campaign. Valana or to be 42 warm can only really be described as luck at having found the right gifts for her originally. I mean, I suppose that's a thing, isn't it? The bad thing about using a guide is that it's separated Nathan from myself in a way that I know that certain gifts, or I can suspect that certain gifts are better for certain people based on, you know, outside external sources, even if I am making that final leap for most gifts myself. But as far as the game is concerned, it's Nathan being thoughtful, and this is what makes Valana instantly warm to me. Having given her a journal, having given her an interesting sort of journal from this impoverished elf, which in fairness I didn't know that she would like, and for giving her their elven trinket as well. And I have, you know, I have been thoughtful to her as well, but I've also kind of had a bit of a dig at her a couple times. But I guess, you know, she's overcome that in record time. Anyway, so. But this is a shorter campaign, so I need to be less stingy with all the conversations I can have with my companions. And Anders is in love with me. Which I suppose at the very least, I've done a bunch for him in a very short amount of time. So that makes sense. Even Nathaniel, I can imagine, you know, warming up to me to this extent in this amount of time, just because, like, he came back full of, like, hatred and stuff like that, but he was also very obviously kind of lost. But now he's, I don't know, Grey Warden, he's found, and he's got friends, so that as well. Oghren, ever the issue, Oghren. I don't know if you're meant to be such a tough nut to crack. It's interesting. Once again, I remember going through, like, the end of after Orzammar and stuff like that, having so little opportunity to raise Oghren's approval with me. It frustrated me. And now, and as, like, that guy said, that commenter said, they put Oghren in this campaign to give you a bit more time with him, maybe a chance to get to know him a little bit better if you want to. And still, I've had less opportunity and like less gifts to give him compared with everybody else. Less sort of like meaningful conversations to have with him as well. Or at least that's from my perspective. So it's almost like they're carrying on this thing of not giving me much opportunity to raise approval with Oghren. And it's strange and kind of a little bit frustrating in the same way. But then again, not that much really, because if Ogren's kind of like arc is going where I think it is, then that could be really interesting. And I do hope that I have time, and I have this kind of like framing device of the Black Marsh and, you know, the whatever it was, the Knotwood Hills, to kind of give me an idea of how long this is going to last. So I think we'll have enough time to get Ogren's approval up to the extent that we can maybe get to know him a little bit better. At least I hope so. But anyway, that's quite enough talking about that. I've been talking about companions for freaking ages now. In this session, we finished up in the Silverite Mines and went to potter around the city of Amaranthi for a bit, came back to Vigil's Keep, and then chilled out with some light jazz. In the next session, we'll speak to the Seneschal with whatever he wants to speak to me about, and I actually don't know. We could go to Black Marsh, or we could go to the Knotwood Hills. I don't have any more... I mean, I have one more quest for Black Marsh than I do for Knotwood Hills. A dang joy. I'll look forward to that. We'll make a decision about where we're going to go in the next session. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching, everybody. And I will see you in the next episode.